Hi, welcome to the Girl Next Link Top 5 People Wrongly Convicted by Justice. Today, we'll talk about people who were convicted and punished for a crime they didn't commit. Thanks to DNA tests and modern science, it proved that many of them were falsely accused by justice. Number 5. Stephen Truscott. In 1959, Stephen Truscott was sentenced to be hanged for murdering a schoolmate because he was the last known person to have seen her alive. Truscott is only 14 years old at the time. His case was so controversial in Canada that the country decided to abolish the death penalty in 1976. Truscott has been sentenced to life imprisonment. 48 years later, to the unanimity of the Ontario Court of Appeal, they declared the case as a miscarriage of justice. In 2008, the Ontario government paid $6.5 million in compensation for his ordeal. Truscott is now living under a new identity, got married, and raised 3 children. Number 4. Jerry Gaston Barton. In 1970, Jerry Gaston Barton was 19 years old when he has been accused by a teenage neighbor that he raped and fathering the child of a 14-year-old girl. The complainant admitted only in 2008 that she had actually been assaulted by her brother. Then, the RCMP reopened the case. The girl accused Barton because her father was not willing to accept that her brother had sexually assaulted and caused her pregnancy. His DNA proved that Barton wasn't the father of the child. In 2011, he sued the Attorney General of Nova Scotia and the Attorney General of Canada. Number 3. Gary Gauger. In 1993, Gary was wrongly accused and sentenced to death for murdering his parents, who were living on a farm near Richmond, located in the Illinois state. When he told the police that he was asleep when his parents were killed, the police didn't believe him. He confessed to the crime after a rough 21-hour interrogation, but still was claiming his innocence. The federal law enforcement officer later discovered that Gauger wasn't lying when they caught a member of a motorcycle gang who bragged on a surveillance tape about the murder and how he killed Gauger's parents. Gary was set free in 1996. Number 2. Kirk Odom. In 1981, Kirk Odom was convicted to a rape and a robbery. The victim and the FBI specialist identified him as the criminal and concluded that the hair found were similar to Odom's head. 30 years later, DNA test proved that the semen found on the robe and the pillowcase wasn't his, neither the hair found. In 2012, a judge declared his case to be a grave miscarriage of justice. Finally, number 1. Leticia Smallwood. In 1972, Smallwood from Carlisle in Pennsylvania was a 20-year lady who was studying to become a hearing disability specialist when she was convicted of starting a fatal fire of an apartment building, apparently following a lover's quarrel that killed Paula Wagner and Steven Johnson. Despite claiming her innocence, she spent 42 years in jail until her attorneys argued the circumstances of the event with the modern fire science to discredit the theories in the case. She is free and out of jail, but only under conditions, by living with her aunt, paying a $20,000 bail, and not traveling outside Pennsylvania until her retrial.